Good morning. How are you? Welcome. Hey, girl. All the things. I would love for you to come join us live here on TikTok on the Black Women in Grants TikTok page. We'll wait on you. We'll be here. Come and join us for Grant Prep Academy. Good morning. All right. Let me let TikTok do its thing. Get y'all in the room. And let's jam out on grants. Child, I'm ready. Let's get this party started. Okay, so I'm here. I got some tea this morning. Got my Boperta charged. I'm proud of myself. My phone is charged. I'm doing good. So far, so good. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Say hello in the chat if you can hear me. Excuse me. Let me know. I was just emailing with some of our grant gamers this morning in our mentorship program. And so, there's that. There is that. All right. Let me see. Welcome in. Come in. Y'all say hello. And let me know you can hear me. Good to see you. Oh, there we go. TikTok is finally showing my numbers. Welcome to Grant Prep Academy, or GPA, right here on the Black Women in Grants page. Grant Prep Academy GPA. Put GPA in the chat if you can hear me. GPA for Grant Prep Academy. And let me know. This is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners, those who are seeking grants. There we go. Hey, girl. Is it Numi? Is that how you say it? So here we talk about all things grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. Got it, Numi. Thank you, girl. Over at grantprepacademy.com is our year-long mentorship program to come hang out with us. Get a little hand-holding, if you will. Walk you through this game we call grants. Amen. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. I am Dr. A.J. Austin. I won over $1 million in grants and grant-funded opportunities. Happy to share with you what I know. So talk to me. How many Black women do we have in the house? Put me in the chat. If you are a Black woman, put me in the chat. If you are a Black woman, for-profit, small business owner, put me in the chat. Y'all talk to me because that's going to help me help you help yourself. It's more than 3 people here, but I see 3 answers. So I'll talk to y'all. Oh, those are 2 people answering. Okay. Hey, Ethel Ross, how are you? Where are the Black women? Put me in the chat. I'm going to assume you're a bot if you don't say anything. I know we have bots and scammers and people that come to steal content. They're here. Everybody else, if you're here for the right reasons, you should be talking to me. There we go. Okay. So, Black women, if you're in the house, say me in the chat. Black women for profit, small business owners, put me in the chat. Welcome, new here. Hey, Michelle. Said I'm not about to run an Airbnb and I'm an artist. I'm trying to let y'all put your chats in, because when I start talking about these grants, y'all want to just come in and ask a question, but I don't know who you are because you ain't said nothing to me. So this is your chance to say hello and good morning and let me know that you supposed to be here. All right, so if you're black, if you're a woman, if you're a for-profit small business owner, put me in the chat. If you're a black woman, for-profit small business owner, let's see, and you're seeking grants, put me in the chat. If you are a black woman, for-profit small business owner seeking grants for your black woman-owned for-profit small business, even if you're starting up, even if you haven't made as much money as you would like, put me in the chat. If you are a black woman with a for-profit small business and you're seeking grants and you're based in the United States, put me in the chat. If you're a black woman, for-profit small business owner based in the United States, seeking grants, and you're over the age of 18, put me in the chat. I'm trying to see something, but you got to answer the question for me to be able to see something. Me. Love it. If you're a black woman, for-profit small business owner based in the United States, you're seeking grants, you're over the age of 18, and you own at least 51% of your company, your business. You are the boss. Put me in the chat. The first one to put a question in the chat that they have about grants wins. What is your question when it comes to finding, applying for, or winning a grant for your black woman-owned for-profit small business? If it's not the question, where to find a grant, you can find a grant anywhere on Google. That's the easiest place to go find a grant to apply for today. I like that question, 3 a.m. Congratulations, you win this round. She said, how long is the process? So you know the unpopular answer, it depends. That's how I got to answer that. So it depends on what grant you're applying for. And it depends on the timeline the grant, has set for their grant. So the minimum amount of time, if I were applying for grant, to expect will be 90 days. Because 90 days is a series of 3 different timelines. So for example, when a grant is made available, they'll announce it. They'll send out a newsletter to their email list. Sometimes they'll do a press release sometimes. They'll announce on their social media sometimes. They'll partner with other businesses to affiliate with them, to send out to their newsletter, to post on their emails and get the word out. And applications are open for a minimum of 30 days. And then when the applications close, you have to give them at least another 30 days to make their decision as to who won their grant based on their applications that were submitted while the applications were open, right? And then that third set of 30 days is for you to give them time to alert the winners, because you have hundreds and thousands of people applying for one grant at a time sometimes. So that's the minimum 90-day process. Applications open, applications close. They make time to review the applications and grade them, because you do get a grade. You get a score. I don't know if y'all knew that, but they do grade your paper out of 100 points. And then they decide on their winner. They alert the winners privately first, and then they make their announcement and everything else they need you to do, like fill out a tax form, which, yes, you should report your grant winnings to the person who prepares your taxes so that you are covered that way, because the grant will have you sign something called a W-9, because they're going to be covered on their end. So they're like, you need to get on it for you as well. So about a 90-day process is the minimum time. That's usually what goes on behind the scenes. So it can take a minimum of 90 days to find out if you won, and then it's a whole nother process to get that check, child. So there's that. You're welcome. Our next question is, can a grant be used to set up online web page? Let me help you, Margie, and I need y'all to join in with me here on Black Women in Grants, okay? So, Margie, what type of business do you have? Let me know, and then I can better answer your question. Because just a regular website, you have something called an expense report or a budget that a grant may ask for. They call it proposed use of funds. So if you tell a grant, I would like to win a grant to get my website up and running, regardless of what type of business you have, what are some of the expenses that go into getting a website up and running? Y'all put it in the chat. I'll get us started. So you have your domain name. That's an expense. There's some new protections for your domain. Make sure it can't get hacked. That's an expense. Some companies charge extra for a personalized email attached with that domain. That's an expense. Some offer you to renew the domain for a year to 5 years in advance. That's an expense. Some people like to have their websites professionally designed. That's an expense. Some people like to have an e-commerce feature on their website where people can go and shop with you online, pay you online. That's an expense. If you have a digital product or service that's virtually offered only online and you want to house it in a fancy platform, that's an expense. If you want to take the people that come to your website and save them all in a email database, that's an expense. If you want to market to them monthly through that email database, depending on how many on that list, that's an expense. That's what I got so far. What else y'all got? Let's help Margie with this question. Can a grant be used to set up an online webpage? The answer is yes. However, if you're going to include it in the reason why you need a grant, you have to be ready to break it down just like that and tell them exactly how you're going to use their money. Anybody else got any expenses that come with a website? Y'all let me know. Margie, is this helping so far? Those are the beginning setup expenses that you should be prepared to break down for winning a grant to help you build out a website. You also need to be able to tell a grant how building out this website is going to help you, what it's going to allow you to do. Michelle says, how much does it cost? How much does what cost? Like, give me an example of something you think costs when it comes to grants. Let me know. Said if we can't afford to pay someone to write a grant, how do we write a grant? Oh, writing a grant is for nonprofits. We're for-profit small business owners. So this is for Black women for-profit small business owners seeking grants. Over at grantprepacademy.com, I'll walk you through the for-profit process of applying for a grant. I also break down the differences between nonprofit and for-profit grants. We have a mentorship program. It's a year long, and you spend time with me learning about grants. It doesn't take a year to go through the program, though. It's 24 hours worth of content, and it's going to teach you the difference between nonprofit and for-profit. In the for-profit world, we simply apply for a grant. So there are grants open right now. You put in an application, meaning you're going to tell it your name, your business name, what you do in that business, who you serve in that business, how much money you make or how much you're looking forward to make, what you need a grant for. They'll sometimes ask something called your founder story, like why you founded your business. They'll ask why you need the money and what you're going to use it for. They'll ask your what you're doing for your community. They'll ask why they should give you the grant over your competition. And that's pretty much it. There are lots of questions that they could ask, but there's usually the same questions written in a different way. And you just have to have your application stand out with what we call a grant application strategy. So it's all about learning the skills so you don't have to stress about trying to pay someone to apply on your behalf. And you can do it. I'll teach you how over at grantprepacademy.com. Said I just joined your live and all I'm hearing is free game. Thank you, girl. Welcome. Good to have you. What are some other questions you guys have about grants? Let me know. Good morning, Coco. Okay, you have a natural soap business. So I'm assuming that you want people to shop online with you, right? And so, yeah, I just broke down what it looks like to get a grant for a website. So hopefully that helped. So grants are looked at as free money. You still got work to do, though. It is gifted, granted, and given unto you. It is usually for helping you to start up a business or expand a business or something called a business project. Like if you want to help your community or start doing like a series of educational classes to help the next generation or build out your legacy more. Grants get behind visions like that. It's not based on your credit. You don't have to pay it back. They usually don't come back for it. But yes, keep your receipts. And yes, do what you told them people you was going to do with their money. And you should be good. There are grants for any type of business you can think of. You can get a grant and apply for a grant before you start your business. You can apply for a grant even if you've been in business 1 million years. They're just different types of grants for different types of where you are in your business. It's 2 phases, the startup phase or the started phase. And depending on where you are in your business, it's going to depend on the type of grant you're eligible to apply for. What percentage of applicants receive funding? It depends. That's Ethel, that's a heavy question because it depends on how many people applied for the grant. So, for example, Ashley Rankin, who's in our mentorship over at grantprepacademy.com, she won $29,000 so far applying for grants in our program. She just won the $10,000 Inclusive Beauty Grant from L'Oreal Cosmetics out of 2,900 applicants. So what's that percentage? Y'all help me with the math because, honey, my math ain't mathing right now. I'm still trying to let this tea kick in and give me a little caffeine boost. So what percentage is that? She was one of 40 businesses that got a $10,000 grant from L'Oreal Cosmetics, and 2,900 people applied for that application. So what percentage of applicants received the funding? Help me with that. That's how math is. So every number is going to be different depending on what grant. We have Shanika, who won the City Trends grant for Black History Makers this year. And she said the number of applicants was 5,200. 5,200 people, and she was selected. So what percentage is that? So every number is different because every grant is going to have a different amount of people who apply. They also, I told y'all the timeline is 90 days. So that's from the time they open the applications to the time they close them. They can change that date. They can extend it, which a lot of them do, to get more people to apply, which makes the numbers increase for applicants. They can have too many applications and close it early. But it all depends. And usually you have to ask the grant directly how many people applied versus how many people they're going to select to win. And that's how you get the percentage. But 0% of people who never apply win. So if you never apply for a grant, you got a 100% chance of never winning. That's the percentage I'm concerned about. We don't really worry about the high numbers when we apply because we win. We go in with a grant winning strategy based on what I teach you in the academy. She said, do you have to have a business license first? Not necessarily. I don't think I've ever seen a grant that asks for a business license. I've only seen one grant that asks for a business plan. So they may ask for a portion of your business plan, like your marketing strategy, how you're going to market your business, how you currently market it. They may ask for your sales, how you're making money in your business if you started, or how you will make money as a startup. They will ask about your target audience, like who you serve. They'll ask about your business vision or we call it your projections. What do we call that? Vision casting. Where do you see yourself in the next 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, etc. But I usually don't see a grant asking for a full business plan. What other questions do you guys have? Uchiwali, hey girl. She said I've applied for 0, so I've received 0. There you go. There go your stats right there. But congratulations for being here. You're taking a step in the right direction, getting educated and motivation. And yes, this is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners. Eunice or Eunice, the quickest way to find a grant is to go on Google and put in grants. See what pop up. Grants for small business. See what pops up. Would y'all like me to share more with you about the mentorship and how you can get help with this process, learning to do it yourself, letting me walk you through it as someone who has won millions of dollars in grants and grant-funded opportunities? Let me know in the chat. I can also tell you about more of our students who have won funding this year. The last 4 ladies that checked in with their grant winnings have won a total of $232,710. The blessed, you're asking Ethel, have you gotten approved for what? Did I miss something? Let me see. Oh, she's saying she's applied for several. I'm going to let her answer. Ethel, have you gotten approved? I already know the answer, and I just met her. So, Ethel, the blessed want to know, have you gotten approved? Our nail tech here. If you're like Ethel, or if you're like our 0 out of 0, I've applied for 0, I've won 0, head over to blackwomeningrants.com, or you can go to grantprepacademy.com. It's the same website, but the one on the screen is Grant Prep Academy. So if you look in the back ground of this live, you see that picture of that beautiful brown skinned girl? That website right above her head. That's where you can go to come join us in our mentorship to get help. If you've never applied for a grant, if you applied and you haven't won yet, if you've won one before but it's been a minute, things have changed. So let me update you where the industry is and where we're headed as a community of Black women, for-profit, small business owners. You do not have to be nonprofit to win a grant. So Grant Prep Academy, we have a mentorship called The Grant Game. because grants are a game and you need to learn the rules of playing. We call them rules, restrictions, and regulations. What's allowed, what's not allowed, what grants can do, what you shouldn't do with a grant. What else? What's allowed, what's not allowed. I said that. But also, what types of businesses absolutely do not qualify for grants? You want to know if your business is in that category? Head over to grantprepacademy.com. We talk all about it. Some of it I can't say here on TikTok because they will flag us. I've tried it before. It didn't work. So click the button that says, click the button below to join the Grant Game Mentorship. It's only $97. One-time payment, year-long access. There is Klarna, there is Affirm, there is Afterpay. We have a scholarship available right now. It's coming really close to us reaching our limit of scholarships that I set out for. Good morning, NK Candle Company. Welcome back. She just joined us in the mentorship this week. And so we are an award-winning financial inclusion education platform. Our goal is to teach you as a Black woman, for-profit small business owner, what we call the non-traditional side of business funding, where it's debt-free, it's not a loan, it's not based on your credit. You don't have to do crowdfunding, fundraising, mess with mama them, or get mad at your family and friends because they ain't supporting your little business, okay? It's money that is available to you for your business. You just have to know where to look to find it, what to say when you find it for how to apply and stand out, and then how to win it and what to do with those winnings to multiply that money, multiply that impact, go win again, and bring a legacy of people with you as you build out that vision for your business. Amen? So we provide the tools, the information, the community that Black women, for-profit small business owners need to make those educated decisions on the type of funding that is available for your business. As I mentioned, we have a partial scholarship over at grantprepacademy.com. We've given away over $60,000 in, no, it's way more. I redid the numbers. I forgot, girl. 300,000 plus. We have 397 ladies in the program. They all got a scholarship to go through the program. That's why we're getting close to reaching our goal number of women that I wanted to help with this by giving away the scholarship. So, yeah, we up there. NK Candle Co. says she started the book that comes with the program last night, and it's gold. Yay! Are you reading the book, or are you using the app that you can download and let the book read to you? Let me know, NK. You don't necessarily have to have an LLC for grants, but they will let you know. And most grants don't ask for a business plan. You got to think there are hundreds, maybe thousands of people applying, and business plans are like the size of a book sometimes. So who gonna read all that? So over at grantprepacademy.com is the mentorship that'll help you confidently find and prepare for and apply for future funding for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. We give you access to real-life business grant-winning examples, aka my applications that have gotten me checks written, and now they're helping the ladies in our program win tens of thousands of dollars at a time. So this program is ideal for you if you want to win your first $1,000 grant, $10,000 grant, or $100,000 grant. And right at the top of the page, you can see Raven Duvernay. She's in Baltimore. She's a Black woman farmer. She just won her first $100,710 in funding. Juanita, I saw that. Juanita, were you on the live with us? Your registration came through while we were on the live, and I was shouting you out. I didn't know if you were here with us, but I saw your name. She said she was going to join. And she said she joined yesterday. She's listening to everything attentively, as you should. My clients always say that I have my own notebook with them. So you may need a whole separate notebook just for the course. But it's 24 hours worth of information. It's videos and audios. There's a book. NK, in your welcome packet, right under where you downloaded your book, it tells you what app to download based on if you're an iPhone user or an Android user. And you simply upload the book into the app and it'll start reading to you in a cute little AI voice. So, very demure, very mindful of your time. There's that. So grantprepacademy.com. You can see Raven's check for 100K. It's so pretty. You're welcome. Let me know, girl. We like to keep up with what page y'all are on, okay? Okay, you wasn't on the live. Okay, we thought you were here and we shouted you out. So it's good to see you. Welcome to the Grant Game Mentorship Program, UNNK. I see y'all are on it. I love that. Because y'all about to start seeing results. Like, as soon as you start working through this process, it works. So in the book, you'll discover my 25 secrets to finding and securing small business grants and what we call grant funded opportunities, which are my favorite. I am like in the middle of looking through our latest list of grants for y'all. We are also coaching Tay, who just got selected for pitching her business for $10,000 in a small business pitch competition. We have some other goodies coming up towards the top of the year. I always plan something towards the end of the year, going into the new year. So be prepared to be our guest. But you got to be in the program to get the invitation. There's a list of 60 things that a small business grant covers. And there are also 27 frequently asked questions. And you got to be prepared for these questions. So when I ask you guys, what do you do? What do you need a grant for? How much do you need? How are you giving back to your community? Those are all on this list of frequently asked questions that you want to know how to answer. And so I give you my answer to many of these questions that has gotten me checks written. I even put a copy of an application of me winning a grant in the book. So the book is called Finding Funding. You can only find it in our mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. And it is the path that I have taken and that I have brought 397 ladies with me now on finding funding. And it's always so exciting to see y'all apply and get selected and start winning these opportunities and get bit by that bug. Because once you win that first time, girl, it's over. Can't nobody tell you Nathaniel. So it's grant application essentials. It's things like how to avoid scams. And it's the knowledge that you need to navigate this space. Are there any questions? Y'all let me know. Any questions? Sometimes a grant will ask you to send in a video, like it's a pitch or an essay or telling your story on video. That's what we were looking through yesterday with some private clients. What it's like to pitch your business on video. So I teach you the secrets behind the video pitch, as well as writing essays. For those of you who are like, I'm not a good writer. I don't know what to say. I didn't make good grades in English writing, stories and stuff. We got you, especially on a storytelling piece. There's a 3-part storytelling class in the mentorship program. And I teach you from a $50,000 angle for how to tell a really good story. I learned this by reading through the legal terms and conditions of a $50,000 grant that is for Black women, for-profit small business owners. They literally walked through what they're looking for in your story. And I did a 3-part class featuring these tips. And that's what Raven used to win her first $100,000. So when I say real life case studies, success stories, using these valuable resources, it really helps you master the art of grant application and getting feedback and follow up, etc. It's a lot of fun. I love it. And K Candle Co. says, can you break down the difference in pitch versus elevator pitch? Elevator pitches are usually 30 seconds and they're trying to convince or sell the person in 30 seconds. to do something. So, for example, hey, I'm Dr. AJ Austin, creator of BlackWomenInGrants.com, where we help Black women find and apply for grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business through our year-long mentorship program called The Grant Game. Head over to BlackWomenInGrants.com or Grant Prep Academy to learn more. That's my 30-second elevator pitch. But on a small business grant application, they are going to tell you to tell your story. I didn't get into my story yet. They're going to ask why you founded your business. They're going to ask you to tell more about the people that you've helped and the results that they've gotten. They're going to ask you to tell them why they should give you their money, what you're going to use their money for, how much you need, maybe even your, what we call your, what is it called? We call them milestones, but it's like a timeline of your business accomplishments. For example, Ashley Rankin, who has won $34,000, or $29,000. I keep changing her number because for some reason, I don't know, I just added an extra $5K. I think it's coming for her because she's now applied for 600 and I want to say 600 plus. She did a video she sent me yesterday of her current number. So over $500,000 she's applied to, and she's won 29K so far. That's a milestone. She is being mentored by L'Oreal Cosmetics because they gave her $10,000 in one of their recent grants. That's a milestone. So sometimes you'll mention your milestones. You'll mention you're looking forward to partnering with this grant. You're waiting to hear back from other grants. You've won this grant. You've applied for this much in funding. What you're going to do with it. Those are the main differences between a pitch on video for a grant funding and an elevator pitch. And it's important to know the difference. We had a lady who thought she was doing an elevator pitch, but she did it trying to avoid what I teach y'all in the program. She did not read, basically. And she went out and did this commercial. A video pitch is different than a commercial. A commercial, you're trying to convince clients to come buy from you. And grants are not your client. So when she finally read, I'm like, go to page so-and-so in the book, read the template that I give you that tells you exactly what to say when you pitch your video on, or pitch your business on video. And when she did that, that's when she knew how to do a video pitch. But also some grants are really specific. They'll tell you what they want in the video. But in case they don't, we got you with a template of here's what to say in the first 15 seconds, depending on how long. Some grants give you 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or 2 minutes to pitch your business in a video. And I tell you what to say in all of those seconds. And I also show you how I've done it and won tens of thousands of dollars. So over at grantprepacademy.com, that's where you find the book. That's where you find an app that'll read the book to you. And it's breaking down everything from how I got started winning funding. I started winning funding for my business during COVID. I won my first $1,000 and got bit by the bug, child. And here we are, so many thousands of dollars later. And so I break down what grants look like because they come in the form of checks in the mail, checks in your business bank account, wires, gift cards, business training and development programs, scholarships, small business pitch competitions, contests, giveaways, bursaries, partnerships, sponsorships, you name it. It's out there. I won it, and I teach you how I did it, and you can do it too for a check. So we walk through all the things, including the funding cycle, what you should be doing during them 90 days. I give y'all what's called my 30-day grant application plan. So if you do this one thing every day for 30 days, girl, you will be so much richer in knowledge and experience and information and potentially your first or next grant. It's so exciting. A grant that I was selected for $50,000 at the top of this year, they had a process where they opened up their applications. And I wrote out my schedule. Y'all know, like, come with me for a day in the life, girl. We was behind the scenes writing all that out. Every day for 2 weeks. I showed y'all what I did and what you should be doing too as you're waiting on the grant to make their decision as to who's going to win this funding. And so I take y'all through my own cycle for finding, applying for, and winning grants. And then making sure you have that application checklist. There's a list of digital documents that you should have in place as you're applying for these grants. So those of you asking about business plans and LLCs, those are cool to have on standby. But the most important, y'all want to know the basic important documents to have? Put basic in the chat. Let me know. Because there are basic documents, and I give you that checklist along with tips for writing your essay and pitching on camera and what I say and how you could say it too. Let me know. Then for those of you who are considering applying for grants, I was just coaching a lady yesterday who I think she got scammed. She don't know it yet. And I'm trying to be nice to tell her, sis, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. There are so many scams. I just had to block a scammer on here this morning. But they will take your money. They will take advantage of you. They will take your business information. You got to know what to look out for in those types of opportunities. And one is making sure that you're following the actual winners of these grants before you just go out and apply and give them all your trade secrets to your business. Some of the basics, NK, that you need for applying for grants that are on our list, you'll see that in the Finding Funding ebook in the mentorship, is your employer identification number or your EIN. That's free. Your business bank account. That's free. Your business email address, your business phone number, and a business mailing address. Those are so easy to get set up, right? And that's just the beginning. So even if you're just in the startup phase, all of those that I just ran through really quickly of things you should have in place. I know, I was like, she got all this. You already in business, doing big things, selling millions of units, pushing that weight. So you got the basics down pat. One thing you don't want to do is have to scramble for this paperwork. For example, Tay, who just got selected to pitch her business, she's a swim instructor in New York. And she gets flued out next month to go pitch in Florida. They're paying for her hotel and everything. Ashley's traveling too. We're getting flued out, y'all. A couple of us coming up. Gonna be somewhere in a city near you. Getting flued out thanks to these grants. But anyway, I get excited because we get to go somewhere. I get to pack these new suitcases. God is good. But Tay, as soon as they selected her, in the same email, they're like, you won, now send us this, and this. And she was on it. She had to send a copy of her taxes, like proof that she was legit in business, because they want to know that you're running a legit business, even if you're in the startup phase. So having the basics that I just went through, even as a startup, shows a grant that you're taking your business serious. So those are the basics. There's a way that you can even plug and play artificial intelligence or AI like ChatGPT into the grant application process, but you gotta know what you're doing or you gonna get caught up, okay? You never want to sound robotic or like somebody else wrote your essays for you, so I teach you how to be smooth with it. So smooth that's how I got selected for my 50K opportunity. I ain't write that application, child. I had a little assistance, but that's how that works. We did an event called the Grant Game virtual event, and it's a step-by-step walkthrough, and you get the replay to it. It's all about how to develop this small business grant winning application. We have a process we use called the AAA method, and so I'll walk you through what that looks like, and it increases your chances of winning grants. It's our secret to how we win, and I give it to you. It's game, girl. It's gonna put y'all on game. So when you apply for small business grants, you want your application to stand out. You don't want to worry about the competition, how many people applying, can I really win this? Yeah, with a good strategy, you can. And so I give you my insider secrets like I mentioned earlier, where to look for these grants, but more importantly, how to qualify for the grants. What types of small business grants you should be applying for according to your small business type, whether it's a startup or you started. Also, we walk through what grants shouldn't be used for, how to hit those small business grant goals that you have of winning money. How much in grants do y'all want to win for your business? How much could you see yourself really winning? You really hope you get to win this much. Put that in the chat real quick. Let me know. I mentioned how in the mentorship we walk you through what to look for in a small business grant, but also the major differences between a nonprofit that has the right what's called a grant proposal. It's a whole process. I mastermind with nonprofit grant writers, and child, the stuff they go through, they deserve everything they're gonna charge you to fill out the application. But we're for-profit small business owners, and we have a simple grant application process for the most part for these grants. Okay, so you need 50K, at least 10, but ideally 50 and 50. Okay, so only 3 people out of 14 on here need a grant. So let me tell y'all the secret to what y'all can do to win this. Y'all ready? Put ready. If you're not in the mentorship over at grantprepacademy.com, you should be. Come join us. Right. NK, you already doing it, girl. Congratulations. You got the secret. I was trying to make other people respond because they got FOMO. See? You see them new answers that pop up when I say that? So, the secret really is revealed in our mentorship. I'm going to say like my coach told me, I've downloaded my brain for y'all. I put it in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com or grantprepacademy.com. That's what you see on the screen. You can also click the link in our profile here on our TikTok page with Black Women in Grants and go claim a scholarship. They are first come, first serve. We're about to hit our numbers for the number that I set out of Black Women in Help. We're at 397 Black women in this program. It's so exciting. So we got some partnerships that we've set up that you can go and get some scholarships to go through other business training and development programs to get help with things like your marketing and your sales and your goal setting as you're also applying for these grants with us. So that's one of the best ways to triple your investment, 10x your investment right away is to go get one of these other free scholarships that are waiting on you with our partner programs. And then the way to make your money back the quickest is to get started in the program because it has everything you need. It's 24 hours worth of content. So by this time tomorrow, you could be done, child, if you take it serious. But one of my favorite things, and everybody love this part, we give you 12-month subscriptions to a list. It's really more than one list, but I'm just telling y'all about one. It has over $1.2 million in grants you can go read about and apply for if your business qualifies. And that's available right now. The list is updated every month. It's sponsored by a colleague that's funded by Bank of America. So she puts this list together for us every month. At the top of the month, we got one coming up real soon. I'm excited. And I share my link with you guys. So y'all get in through me, okay? So we have a masterclass, we have a grant guide, we have how to use AI, how to tell a compelling story, the action plan you should be walking through every day as you apply. And I've interviewed our last 4 grant winners. Deanna Joy, I interviewed her when she won her first $55,000. And she's a nonprofit grant writer, but she also operates her business as a for-profit. So she's winning money for herself and for her clients. Ashley Rankin, I interviewed her when she won her first $10,000 grant, her first 5 figures in funding from L'Oreal Cosmetics this year. And that interview feels like a masterclass. So you really need to bring your notebook and a cute pen and something good to drink. And child, sit down and listen intently like our students get a chance to do. I love that. So it's other bonuses and perks. And today, for the first person who comes to join us, you'll also get Ashley's grant tracker template that features her list of grants that she's applied to. Some of them she's won, some she's waiting to hear back from, some she's going to follow up with. I teach you how to follow up with grants if they haven't heard, if you haven't heard from them and they're ghosting you. I teach you what to do. And then I also want to bless somebody with this list of 13 secret grant sources for business grants and grant funded opportunities so that you'll never run out of where to go find and apply for a grant, because I've taught you how to do all of this, plus how to apply, what to say, etc. What questions can I answer for you guys? All of this is over at grantprepacademy.com. If you've been here before, you have also heard me say blackwomeningrants.com. That's our site as well. Scholarships are on a first come, first serve basis. The mentorship program is only $97 for a full year's access. And there is Klarna, there's Afterpay, and there's Affirm if you need it. I'm usually live with you guys here 3 hours a week, 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern. But I also do pop-up lives, which are my favorite. We do little coffee chats. If I'm up early and I'm drinking coffee or hyped up on coffee, y'all get to come talk to me. It's an extension of our mentorship. I bring some of y'all on the live and you get live coaching from time to time. But all of that is a part of our community here at blackwomeningrants.com, grantprepacademy.com, and our TikTok community, Black Women in Grants. So make sure you're following this page and turn your notifications on to come join us. Are there any questions? Let me know. All the information, the bonuses are over at grantprepacademy.com. Let me know when you join so that I can celebrate you and celebrate with you. And also make sure you get into the portal. I was just emailing one of our mentees before I went live who joined us recently, and I have to send her email to get logged in. She ready to go. Any questions? Let me know. Any questions, any ahas or takeaways, comments? Let me know. We got about 9 minutes left here with you guys, so I'm going to leave that for some Q&A. What other questions come to mind when it comes to grants or any questions about coming and join us in the mentorship? Y'all let me know. I am here. If you're in the mentorship and you want to ask me a question about anything you've read in the book, tell me what page you're on in the book so I can celebrate you. Let me know. Also, if you are filling out a grant application and you're stuck on a question, I can give you some coaching through that question for how to answer it correctly, effectively. But if you don't have questions, we'll go ahead and end early. But I wanted to make sure that I save time for Q&A. Joanne, I see you, girl. Welcome to the grant game and congratulations on claiming your scholarship to come join us. Make sure you click that second link, Joanne, on the page that pops up after you signed up. I'm trying to find the email now to see if it went through. And welcome. You're a notary. Yay. We get a lot of notaries asking about. We just did a great live. You'll have to listen to the replay of our live from the other day that's in the playlist. I've been here doing these lives with y'all for a year and a half now, so we got over 300 episodes. This week we helped the notary break down her expense budget for what she would use grant funding for. So make sure you be on the lookout for that replay and listen to it. I think it'll bless you real good. Okay, you didn't see the second link? I got you, no worries. Oh, you did. You clicked it. Good job. Most people skip it or close the thing too early, but I see it. You clicked it. There we go. So I am emailing you, Joanne. Let me know you got it. It is giving you access to the learning portal. You want to click that link and open the portal and click on your welcome packet so that it will tell you exactly what to do. I got a welcome message in there. I tell you how to go through the program successfully. Everything you need to fully complete that program in 24 hours is in that welcome packet. So make sure you open it, okay? You got it? Yay! Welcome to the great game. Any final questions before we go? Y'all let me know, and I'm happy to help. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com or grantprepacademy.com claiming your scholarship, let me know so I can make sure you get access to the portal before we go. Make sure you get your welcome packet as well. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I call myself coming on here to teach. I used to, back in my day, come on here with a whole agenda. Thank you for the roses. But I love when y'all ask questions and get those answers firsthand. Some people prefer Q&A to just straight teaching. So I want to, be well-rounded and help you with the information that you need. If you're new here, let me know. Put new in the chat. And welcome, newbies. If you're an OG, put OG. That's an original grantee. Hey, future grant winners. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. I've won over $1 million in grants and grant-funded opportunities. And over at grantprepacademy.com is our mentorship program. It's where I am all day, every day, hanging out with y'all, answering emails, and sharing what I know in our mentorship program. And then I hang out with you guys here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern, teaching you about grants. This is an extension of our mentorship program, so I appreciate you for being here. We call this Grant Prep Academy, or GPA. And so this is our live community, live coaching interaction that you get with the mentorship. The mentorship itself is self-study. It's like an independent course. You get to take your time, go through it, and you have access to it for a full year. So it's like me right there in the car with you. You listening to the classes, watching the videos, reading the book, listening to the book, listening to the interviews of our grant winners, give you secrets to how they've done it. It's a really cool program. And so we set out a goal to help a certain amount of ladies in a certain amount of time, and that goal is almost reached. So as of right now, we have 398 ladies in our program over at grantprepacademy.com, and I'm extending the opportunity for you guys to come join us if you haven't already and get a scholarship to go through the program. Regular investment for this program is $997. It's really more than that, but grants allow me to offer you this scholarship to come join us for only $97. One-time payment, year-long access. And I'm happy to do it for those of you who really want to start taking grants serious this year. Find out what they're all about, how to find them, how to win them, what to say on the application to stand out, and what it feels like to be a winner in these grant streets. Amen. All right, ladies, that's all I got. Are all hearts and minds clear? Put clear in the chat and we'll wrap it up. Thank y'all for being here. All right, y'all ain't talking, so I guess we good. Until we meet again, my friends, you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. Make sure you follow this page, turn your notifications on so that you can get an invitation when we go live. And I will see you soon. If you're over at grantprepacademy.com, go ahead and screenshot this page really quick. You got like 2 seconds to do it. Come join us, claim your scholarship, and I'll welcome you into the program myself, okay? I will see y'all soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.